Welcome to today's episode. This is a little bit different, where I've been making some art or environments using Unreal Engine 5. And today I'm going to show you how I did it and the reason behind why I'm doing this kind of environment. So first off here, I'm just trying to figure out what kind of floor I want, and see the kind of burning ash of the ground. Here I will be checking out some grass to get some foliage in and spice up the scene a little bit. Now, the reason why I wanted to create this environment is because I wanted to push a little bit more efforts on the wildfire reliefs that are happening all over the world, and has happened many a times in recent years, and apparently around 80% of wildfires are caused by human activity. And I just wanted to spread awareness to that by creating this environment. Now here I am setting up a camera and angle so we can have the shot in. Then I create the landscape, tweak it a little bit to my liking. And in the end, it was maybe a little bit too much, but I like to have as much as possible to my disposal. Here I am getting the material onto the landscape, so we can have the dirt. Now you can also see the repetition in there, but once with the foliage and with the assets, you won't see that anymore. Now here I am trying to putting in some trees, some trunks and branches, and then I put in some dry grass foliage to create a bit of a ashy feel, or a very eerie feel. I tweak some settings within the foliage system to maybe spread it out a little bit more. And then here I'm getting some more assets so I can spice up the scene even more. I am now just rotating and trying to figure out where are the best locations for these assets, and where it seems most fitable. I have some more tree branches for the to add a little more depth. Here I am getting a lot of grass onto the scene, and then creating this one big gigantic tree to create a sort of a sense of, oh, this is a very important part. You can still see there are some glitches, since this is early access within the Unreal Engine, and I'm just trying to figure out where we're trying to relearn, I guess, the Unreal Engine 5, since I haven't used it yet, and the UI is a little bit strange. Now here I am creating a bit of a hill, so instead of my original idea of having this gigantic tree in the back, or in the in the middle ground as this sort of sense of hope that there is just this one piece of life just there in the middle of the Deadlands. It was a bit difficult for me to try to figure out how to get all of the branches and all the foliage and all the assets within the background to sort of create a sort of a burnt down forest. So I opted in with a hill, so I can, and then instead of having everything dead, I will have everything lifelike in the background, and in the foreground we will have some death or burnt down forest. And then I'm trimming up the grass, the flowers and everything here in the foreground to sort of more like emulate or more nicely set in within the dead and life. Make the transition smoother. That is, there we go. Here I'm adding more trees, so there's just not one tree but a whole forest in the background, adding a variety of different tree types or different tree variants of that type, and just rotate them around to get a sort of a foresty look. Now I wanted this hill as well as because there is no leaf system within the Quixel Megascans library, so I opted in for just creating a bunch of trees and then putting on them on hills to create an illusion of of a forest. Now here I am messing with the new volumetric cloud system. Not really new, but for me it is. And seeing what it does, messing with the color schemes, the settings, to try to figure out what I like about it. And now I'm just putting in fog to create this eerie atmosphere, and then I create some light systems to try to figure out what is the best sense of having a fire in the foreground. And then so I will have a link in the description if you want to learn more about the current wildfire relief efforts, so you can read more about it, and also donate if you want to the Red Cross. Here I am looking up the color of a fire, so I can get that fire look. I increase the density a little bit to and then position it a little bit differently to get that soft but not but also not too strong or not too soft of a fire look. Here I'm just creating and then finally I'm creating the sequence, putting in the camera, putting on in all the settings, extending the clip a little bit, and then finally just rendering it out. And then here are the results. It's a little off, as you can see there's a little bit gray in there, which I did not want, so I changed it a little bit, and there you go. That's my final thing. Thank you for listening, and thank you for watching. And be sure to check out the Wildfire relief efforts. Thank you.